Okay, so in this video we'll be covering solving linear equations. So we need the addition property of equality. So addition property of equality, and that says that if we have a true statement, if A is equal to B, then we can add or subtract any amount C. Then we can add or subtract any amount C, and this remains a true statement. That's what the addition property does for us. So for example, if I had x plus 5 equal to 11, then I could subtract the same amount from both sides. It remains a true statement, but here we actually solve for 6. So we use the addition property to be able to solve for the variable x, the unknown. And we solve when we have 1x and it's positive. Okay, let's look at another example. Suppose I had x minus 7, say, is equal to 8. So here, again, I have a true statement, and then I could add or subtract the same amount to both sides, and it remains a true statement. So using that addition property of equality, I will add the same amount because I want to isolate the x. I'll add 7 to both sides. So that gets rid of the 7 on the left-hand side. That isolates x on the left-hand side, and I've solved for x equal to 15. Okay, so the other property that we'll be using in solving linear equations is the multiplication property of equality. And that says that if we have a true statement, A equal to B, then we can multiply a number C to both sides and it remains a true statement. So A times C is equal to B times C. And that remains a true statement. Now, division is part of that, but we cannot divide by C if C is 0, though. So if A is equal to B and C is not equal to 0, then we could divide both sides by C, and it remains a true statement. Okay, let's look at a couple examples. So for example, if I had, say I had a 5x equal to 20, then I could divide both sides by 5. That reduces this to 1x, and so we have x equal to 4. Another example, say I had a minus 2x equal to 10. So here I divide by the same number and same sign that's in front of the variable. And here the double negative makes this a plus x. And here this becomes minus 5. Now let's look at this example where we will combine the addition property and the multiplication property of equality. So for example, if I had 4x plus 11 equal to, say, 13, that's a 13. I'll just subtract. So now I'm using the addition property first. So normally you use the addition property first. And now I have 4x is equal to 2. And here I'm going to use the multiplication property. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. The same number, same sign that's in front of the variable. So we have x is equal to 2 over 4, which divide the top by 2, divide the bottom by 2 is a half. So x is equal to a half. Okay, The other property I wish to look at in this video is the distributive property. And so the distributive property is that if I have A parenthesis B plus C, then I'm going to distribute A via multiplication with B and C. So this becomes A would multiply times B, then I'll multiply times C. So we'll have AB plus AC. For example, if we have 7 parenthesis x plus 2, then that becomes 7x plus 14. Another example, suppose I had minus 5a, and then I had x, say 2x, plus 4y plus 7. What happens here, right? So now you see in the parentheses have 3 terms, so my answer will also have 3 terms, and the minus on the outside changes all the signs inside here to the opposite sign. So here we get minus 10ax, minus 20ay, and then minus 35a. Okay, also we sometimes have to use distributive property to solve a question. So for example, suppose we had 6x plus 5 minus 4x equal to 40. So here I'm going to use distributive property. So we get 6x plus 30 minus 4x equal to 40. So both the 6x and the 4x are on the same side of the equation. So you do not need to change their signs, right? You can just go straight ahead and say 6x minus 4x, that'll give us 2x plus 30 equal to 40. Using addition property now, subtract 30 from both sides of the equation. So we have 2x is equal to 10, and then divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 5. Okay, let's look at another question. Let's look at another example. Suppose we have 7x minus 2, open parenthesis, 3x plus 5 equal to 4. So here I'm going to do distributive property here. So I have 7x minus 6x minus 10 is equal to 4. Combine these two together, that would just give me plus 1x minus 10 equal to 4. And now I can add 10 to both sides. So these two cancel out, leaving x is equal to 14. And let's look at one final example. And this one is, okay, so here we have a minus 7, 2x plus 9, minus 5, 13 plus 4x equal to minus 8, 3x minus 1. Okay, so we're going to use distributive property here. So this becomes minus 14x minus 63. Use distributive property again here. So this becomes minus 65 and minus 20x equal to minus 24x plus 8. Okay, so This minus sign changes everything on the inside of parentheses to the opposite side. Now, on the left-hand side, we can combine like terms. So I can combine this with this. So minus 14x minus 20x, that's minus 34x. And then next I can combine this with this. That would give me, they're both negative, so add and keep the same sign. So we have 8 and 128 equal to minus 24x plus 8. So first I could add the numbers together. So I'm moving across the equal sign, so I'm using addition property. So I'm going to add 128 to both sides. So plus 128. This gets rid of this over here. That leaves minus 34x is equal to minus 24x, and this becomes plus 136. And then I want to move the x's to the left, so I'm going to add 24x over here to both sides. And so these two cancel out. Now it's minus 10x is equal to 136. So now divide both sides by the same number, same sign that's in front of the x. So x is equal to negative 13.6. Okay. If we want to leave it in a fraction form, we could divide both the top and bottom by 2. So that bring the minus sign up, of course. So divide the bottom, it gets, that would be 5, and then the top, that would be 68 at the top. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful to you.